at the starters for the Wizards. We've got Bilal Coulibaly. Also Johnson out there. Keyshawn George is out there with Song. And it's Champagnie in at the 4. And looking at the Nets, Porter and Clowney up in the forward spots. Terrence Mann is out there with Demon. And it's Claxton in at the 5, home in the paint. And you'd like to say these teams are playing well coming in. But that is certainly not the case.
Yeah, they are struggling. And tonight is a big-time opportunity. One of these teams is going to leave here with a much-needed win.
And it's Demon missing. Here's Song. Pass to Coulibaly. Oh, good on the 3. Brooklyn with the ball. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
And, guys, there's really a fine line between being aggressive and being out of control. And in that one, they crossed the line.
You have got to be a low-mistake team in today's NBA because once those turnovers start piling up, you're giving your opponent too many extra looks.
Now here's Johnson. Here's Song. And the rejection by Claxton. Inside. Pass to Clowney. And the Nets miss again.
Yeah, early on, 3 misses to open the game. Their offense right now is still trying to find its way.
And George kicks to Johnson. Lays it up and banks it in.
An efficient start here offensively, working it inside for the easy 2.
Mann passes to Claxton. To the middle. Demon, that's good.
And, you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their 4th shot of the game.
Pass to Johnson. Coulibaly with the screen for Johnson. Back to Coulibaly. Johnson outside. Over Claxton. The jumper from the free throw line is good.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
That's not coming with the right mentality. The defender neither closes the space nor challenges the shot. That's frustrating as a coach, boy.
So it's Brooklyn now, following the bucket by the Wizards. Demon, that's good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Johnson, following the bucket by the Nets. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Here's Demon. He's guarded by Johnson. Mann passes to Porter. The Nets working the ball around now. Here's the screen from outside the arc. And it's Demon missing.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And such a valuable guy to this team's rotation, Doris. Nick Claxton is important.
You know, Kev, I'll tell you one thing. This guy brings a ton of energy. He's willing to battle for loose balls, for rebounds. On the defensive end, you know he can make an impact. There's incredible length, and I still think a ceiling that he can get to.
And the Nets with possession here, following the bucket by the Wizards. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Clowney. From the arc. And it's Demon missing. Wizards have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Here's Sarr. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Sarr's got his 2nd basket of the night.
He's looking confident right from the opening tip.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Porter outside. Rebound, Washington.
Boy, normally he makes that. Defense gets lucky there.
Outside, George. Here's Champagnie. Scoreless thus far. Good on the triple.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Nets trail by 7. Pass to Porter. Here's Clowney. Now here's Porter. Will it go? Hits the three-point bomb.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Koulibaly with it, defended by man. Johnson inside. That's his fourth basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Now here's Porter. Coming in off a 21-point game, his last outing. To the paint. Here's Demon. Covered by Johnson. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Well, the Nets trading this summer for Michael Porter Jr. And after playing a complimentary role in Denver with Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray, he now becomes a focal point. He said he's not really a big city guy with all the traffic, but listen, he can expect plenty of crowding every time he touches the ball.
He can heat up in a hurry, that's for sure. Hey, Shams, thank you very much. Free throw good, Demon. And the NBA starting, Greg, to enter the third act of the regular season. A lot of teams looking for that extra gear right now.
Yeah, some fans might think that everything is decided at this point of the season, but there's a lot of games left and nothing is written in stone.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Well, this guy's so crafty. Once he catches the defender a little bit out of position, it's a very good bet he's going to get some free throws.
Here's Champagnie. Nothing on the board. Kicks it out to Johnson. Jacks up a three. Clowney pulls it in. So for the Wizards, their last game, a loss to the Knicks. Porter looking it over. Here's Demon. He's defended by Koulibaly.
Well, not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Johnson, the pass to George. Johnson outside. It's hauled in by Michael Porter. That's trailed by 4. Down low. Here's Clowney, and he jams it with authority.
And just playing well within the offense. Porter's not forcing his own shot and shows solid court vision and passing ability.
Now here's Johnson. He's got 9. Fires at the elbow. Again, Johnson missing.
Listen, that's a quality mid-range shot. He just couldn't capitalize.
Back to Porter. To the inside. Claxton. And he hits it to tie the game up.
Wow, Nick Claxton bullying his way to the cup. You love to see it.
Pass to Koulibaly. Here's Sarr. And here is Johnson. Can they get it? It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
This guy has been in attack mode this quarter. The defense might want to intercede here.
Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Screen by Claxton. Porter, no luck. Wizards leading by 3. And George kicks to Johnson. Over Demon. Johnson, good. Johnson's got 14 points for the game.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
Pass to Porter. Latrey. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
And a smooth shooting stroke off the catch. Porter clearly excels in those situations.
And Brian Keefe wants a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Williams is checked in for Brooklyn. Cameron Thomas comes in for Man. And then for Washington, Vukcevic is checked in, and Carlton Carrington subbed in for Coulibaly. On defense, the Nets trailing by 2. Now Carrington. Pass to George. Here's Vukcevic. Shot clock at 6. Here's Song. A three-pointer off the mark. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. And finished off by Porter.
He is so quick off the ground. Porter just gives the defense very little time to react.
Carrington with the ball. Pass to Vukcevic. Now here's Johnson. And the basket is good. 16 points for him.
Well, listen, I like the bucket, but defensively, you've got to be better.
Outside Thomas. There's the pick. From past the arc. Washington with the rebound. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game play.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively in that one. Gave up way too many easy shots.
You cannot allow your opponent to shoot that high a percentage. That is going to get you beat night after night.
The Nets have gotten 7 of their first 16 field goal attempts to go down here in the first. Claxton is screen on Johnson. And Claxton throws it down.
Well, this is what you want your big to do. Set a quality screen and then be opportunistic on the catch.
Pass to Vukcevic. On the wing, Johnson. And the Wizards getting another bucket right there.
Another reason why they're up. Just taking what the defense giving him here.
1:30 left to play here in the first. Near the three-point line, it's Thomas. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Pass to Vukcevic. Johnson up top. Thomas covering. Johnson down low. Thomas is on him. Johnson gets the bucket. Johnson's got 20 points.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Now here's Thomas. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Here's Vukcevic, guarded by Porter. Pass to Johnson. Here's the three. The rebound by Demon. Brooklyn trailing. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Williams. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
The chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
This season, 88% on the line, so he has been in a comfort zone.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Scal Lavisiers checked in for Song. Riley comes in for Keyshawn George. And it's Russell in for Johnson. And that drops, so they now lead by 1. 20 seconds left to play in the first. Now, here is Russell. Guarded closely. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him. So we'll see D'Angelo Russell go to the line here. That's on Nolan Traore. Washington shooting their first free throw of the evening.
Russell, one time from the line.
On the free throw, no good.
What you love about D'Angelo Russell is his commitment to work. Though he's played for a couple of teams, this guy brings it every day.
Thomas's shot is off. Trey Johnson has been leading the charge for the Wizards. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. We'll return shortly. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Wizards.
They've been so aggressive, going strong at the defense, looking to score off of that penetration.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
So this is how the floor looks for the Wizards starting the second. Carlton Carrington is out there with D'Angelo Russell. And there's Riley. Then there's Snell Labissiere. And it's Vukcevic in its center. You know, Greg, talking about Cam Thomas now, what are some things you'd like to see him improve on?
Well, I'd say defense first and foremost. If he's able to improve there, as well as his passing and playmaking, watch out. He's already an incredible scorer.
Thomas's shot is off. The Wizards shooting percentage, 59%. The offense is running smoothly. Here is Riley. 17 points for him last game against New York.
I thought his physicality was crucial, too. You know, he kept the defense on their toes and repeatedly got to the free throw line.
And it's Russell missing.
Boy, he had a clear look at it. Ooh, you hate to miss chippies like that.
Pass to Sharp. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Those who've worked with Nets coach Jordi Fernandez rave about his people skills. He said, quote, "Am I very good at it? I don't know, but I try because I think it's important. When you have that relationship, especially in the tough moments, is when you can break through and be successful. Without it, it's tough, so you try to build it." Kevin?
Thank you, Allie. Now, here's Thomas. Pass to Sharp. Nails the baby hook. Now it's a 4-point Nets lead.
Getting something that close to the cup is a win as far as possessions go.
Here's Vukcevic. And here's Russell. Down low. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, "I'm going to attack."
And so, Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And let's take this break to recognize some of the league's small forwards that have been on fire at the charity stripe for all of the past month. Michael Porter, 4th.
And knowing what I do about the guys on that list, I can tell you they put a lot of long hours in the gym to get those percentages to where they are.
You know, and being the slashers that they are, having that kind of success at the line does even more to get them into attack mode. They're always looking to create some contact and get to the line for what is an almost automatic 2 points.
Here's Mann. No scoring in this one. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Oh, Bub Carrington doing a little bit of everything out there. Right now, moving the basketball.
Pass to Traore. Fires for three. Nailed from three-point land. Traore's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Wizards trail by 3. Here's Coulibaly. Back to Carrington. Wizards passing it around. On the wing, Coulibaly. Got a piece of it. Launches a 3. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. And a look at the block shot number over the last few seasons for Nicholas Claxton.
Unfortunately, his block numbers have been going down the last couple seasons. Offensive players seem to have figured out ways to get around him to limit his impact.
Brooklyn leading by 3. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And there's the drive. Traore gets the bucket.
It works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Here's Carrington. Still scoreless. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Coulibaly. Tipped away. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Nets.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
That one is off. And back in the day, guys like Bird and Magic competed for championships as rookies. But Doris, we haven't seen that in a while.
Kev, you have to remember, Larry Bird was drafted in unique circumstances. He was drafted a full year before he left college. And for both Larry and Magic, they joined talented veteran teams. That would be like the Celtics or Warriors drafting Wemby. It would be the exact same story.
And this is the second full season for Brian Keefe as head coach of the Wizards.
Even in a rebuild, setting culture matters. Keefe's approach, accountability, teaching, and no shortcuts.
Here's Carrington. Still without a basket. Just 4 to shoot. And here they go. And Claxton throws it down.
Claxton, an elite finisher at the rim. That is nicely done.
Washington with the ball. 8-point game. Pass to Coulibaly. Here's Champagny. Now Sarr. 11 points for him in that last game against New York. The Wizards with another miss. And the Nets with possession. They're on a 15-6 run. Man, banked in off the glass. Man's got the lead up to 10 now for Brooklyn.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And Brian Keefe wants a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them.
Now a chance to see the numbers for George. Really been a key contributor over the past month. He's putting up about 16 points a game, 5 assists, and 6 rebounds. He's been nothing short of fantastic during that stretch. Offense coming very easily for him.
And so much of it, to me, is his ability to read the floor, make the right decision, and then go right after the action he wants.
Here's Sarr. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Back to Carrington. Off target with his 3.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
Now here's Porter. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. Man can't hit. For Washington, they've gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. Carrington with the ball. Still yet to score. A wide open look here for Koulibaly. And again, Washington no good. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Nets. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. A shot's good from Claxton.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
And Brian Keefe wants a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. And Brooklyn making a change. Demon's checked in. And a switcher also for Washington. Johnson's checked in. Here's Sarr. Johnson outside. Champagny passes to Johnson. 5 to shoot. To halt the run, and it goes down 2 points. Johnson's got 22.
I love the spirit he's shown tonight, particularly on the offensive end.
And to me, he's just playing smart, efficient basketball, really helping his team hang around this one.
And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession. Outside, George. Out to the right wing. Nice ball movement by Washington. Sarr in the high post. Outside, George. 4 on the shot clock. Johnson, wide open, he fires. His three-pointer's off the mark. That's leading by 10. Here's Demon. 11 points for him in that last game against the Lakers. Porter finds man. This one for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Man's got the lead up to 13 now for the Nets.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Johnson, the pass to Sarr. Over Claxton. And Sarr gets it to go on the assist by Johnson. Sarr's got his 3rd bucket of the night. Brooklyn's gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. And a wide open look for Porter. Claxton controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Nets lead by 13.
Well, Claxton is always around the bucket. No surprise he gets to the offensive window and makes good use of it.
Outside, George. Pass to Johnson. Puts one up from 19. It's hauled in by Michael Porter. Porter's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Demon. He has 6. And it's Michael Porter with the 3. Porter's got 11 points.
Just sensational form and touch on display from Porter. When he gets any room to shoot from deep, he's looking to fire.
Here's Koulibaly. It's a 16-point game. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
I'll tell you, an underrated thing right there. How effective that screen was. It just creates a lane to the cup.
Now, Doris, he's not always the most efficient player, but Koulibaly is electric.
Oh, my goodness, Kevin. One of the most explosive leapers in the league right now. He can rise and finish with the best of them. Listen, we'll give the efficiency some time because he's got skill.
The Wizards have gone 0 for 1 at the line. This is their 2nd trip to the line tonight.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
And the first one drops. And this Wizards team, Greg, giving its young players every opportunity to develop.
Yeah, these young guys were the NBA equivalent of drinking from a fire hose. But after years of just treading water and mediocrity, I think the fans appreciate the clear sense of direction from this group.
He hits both from the stripe. And going back a bit, the Nets regaining a lot of their draft picks, Doris, from the Rockets. One of the more interesting trades that we've seen.
Well, they gave away a ton of those picks to acquire James Harden when they believed they had a championship window. And now in recovering them, Brooklyn able to benefit from the draft to try to position themselves for that all-important rebuild.
Here's Champagnie. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Laxton a screen on Johnson. We've got 1:55 left in the first half. Let's go. At the tip. It's good on the putback. Mann's got 7 points in the game.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Sarr in the post. Johnson against Porter. Johnson surveying the floor. Over Porter. Shot by Johnson, no good. And it's Porter with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. Wizards beat them last time when these two teams met in Washington.
And they'll want to show that they're a much better team than they demonstrated last time out against these guys. At the very least, avoid another blowout.
Well, so many of their problems stem from turnovers. They simply could not take care of the ball, and it cost them in that matchup.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Here's Clowney. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Now here's Porter. Excellent D there from George.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Johnson right side. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And that one falls for Johnson. Nets leading by 7. Here's Demon. 6 points for him. And taken away by Johnson. To the paint. He's looking for Sarr and finds him.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and...
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Nets lead by 5. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot drum. They're thinking about the shot. One more time, a round of applause for our contestants.
Welcome. All right, guys, let's break it down. it has not been the ideal start for the Washington Wizards.
They've done everything they can to shoot their way out of this contest. Somehow, they're still in it. Got to make the most of that opportunity.
It just takes a few to fall to open up the floodgates.
All right, fellas, let's now take a look at what's to come on the upcoming schedule.
And for that matchup against the Magic, they'll be facing a team that's had a little better year. But this game is winnable if they bring the energy.
Oh, they're going to need more than energy, Kenny. There's a talent gap here.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You know, Trey Johnson has been exceptional here, guys.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
Wizards trail by 5. Porter and Clowney up in the forward spots. Demons out there with Terrence Mann. And it's Claxton in at the 5 spot. And that's the group for Jordi Fernandez as we begin the second half. The Nets working the ball around now. Beyond the arc. Washington with the rebound. Champagne's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Johnson, the pass to Sarr. And the rejection by Claxton. Back to Porter. Pass to Demon.
I see him.
Here's Clowney. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Nets need to get a shot off here. It's Porter outside. And Sarr pulls it down. Sarr's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Pass to Champagnie. Now, here's George. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And here is Johnson. He doesn't hit that one.
Oh, you can see he's kicking himself for missing that open mid-range. That's right in his wheelhouse.
And Claxton throws it down.
Listen, at this point, keep feeding Nick Claxton because right now his confidence is surging.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks a lot. Michael Porter Jr. was the #1 prospect in his high school class, and he said, growing up, basketball was easy for me. It was like, say, going up an elevator. But after my injuries, it's like climbing the stairs. It's like I'm walking in my purpose through this, more than if everything had just been smooth. Kevin, back over to you.
Thank you, Allie.
Struggling to get into their groove here, just 1 for 4.
Back to Johnson. Pass to George. Claxton against Sarr. High post Johnson. 25 points in the game. Count that one.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Here's Clowney. Porter outside. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
He's just a natural scorer who can heat up fast. Porter's offensive game very impressive, and he's still adding to it.
And Brian Keefe wants a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard and see which teams made the most of their opportunities on the offensive glass this month. The Wizards 5th.
And they've really put an emphasis on offensive rebounding. And, guys, it's paying off. The second chance points are coming in bunches.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Johnson, the pass to Champagnie. Here's Song. A three-pointer, no good.
This is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Here's Demon. Claxton inside, defended by George. The shot's good from Claxton.
Now this is the space that Claxton wants to attack from. If he's in the paint close to the hoop, look out.
Here's Johnson, and the slam dunk by Johnson.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
From deep, George. That's good, and Johnson with the assist. Johnson's got his fourth assist in this one.
And it seems as if someone got their signals crossed. If he can wind up that open from three-point range, I'm sure that was not a part of the game plan.
Yep, that one goes. Porter's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And he's just adept at scoring in so many ways. It's clear Porter very comfortable operating inside.
Pass to Champagny. And Washington again with the bucket.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Porter outside. Rebound by the Wizards. Champagny's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. KDB over the last several years, wins have been hard to come by for the Washington Wizards.
Kevin, it blows me away that this organization has not had a winning season since 2018, and they haven't won 50 games since 1979. Let's hope their young, inspiring draft picks are building into a good young core.
This guy hit a couple of threes in the first half, but since then it's been a little bit of a struggle.
The Nets working the ball around now. Claxton a screen on Koulibaly. It's blocked.
Sharp defensive instincts from the rookie. Sarr using those long arms to knock that one away.
Johnson outside. And the Wizards getting another bucket right there.
I'll tell you, they're leaning hard on this guy, but he's going to need some help here.
Nets leading by 3. Here's Demon. He's got 6. And the Nets miss again. Here's Koulibaly, defended by Man. Johnson from outside, connects from three-point range. 3. Johnson's got the game tied up here for the Wizards. Brooklyn's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Here's Clowney. Here's Demon. Nice touch on the shot from close range. Demon's got his third basket of the night right there.
A defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
Back to Johnson. And yes, it's good. Johnson's got 36.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The Nets have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. To Claxton. Here's Demon. On the wing, Man. There's the screen. 5 on the clock. The rebound by Champagny. Champagny's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And George kicks to Johnson. For the lead. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. The Nets shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game.
Pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
And so, Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Zaire Williams, he's checked in for Michael Porter. And the Wizards making a change here as well. Carlton Carrington's checked in for Keyshawn George. Free throw good, Demon. And a big part of the Nets' shot diet comes doors from beyond the arc. They love the three.
They do, Kevin, and for a team that struggles offensively and lacks interior scoring, firing away from distance gives them a puncher's chance every night.
Claxton with it. Now defended by Sar. And it's Demon missing.
Boy, if he ever finds his footing, they'll be in even better shape. Right now, his teammates carrying him.
Sar in the post. For the lead, he takes it up and lays it in. Sar's got 12 points in the game.
Letting the big man Sar go to work inside. I like seeing him being aggressive down low.
Outside Williams. Claxton sets the screen for Williams. Here's Demon. 9 points in the game so far. And Sar pulls it down.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Pass to Johnson. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Johnson's got 38 points.
Boy, his offensive game has changed the tenor of this basketball game.
Here's Demon. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Koulibaly finds Sar. Nice ball movement by Washington. Johnson inside, working on Williams. Johnson gets the bucket.
He has done the heavy lifting for them offensively, now looking to close this thing out.
Pass to Clowney. Outside Williams. Out left to the wing. Inside. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession.
And while we have a chance, how about the numbers for Johnson? Averaging 13 points per game, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. I mean, the numbers aren't bad on their own, but he knows that he can help this team in a bigger way.
And sometimes it comes down to the flow of the offense. One night it's your night, another night perhaps it's somebody else's.
Wizards making a switch here. Vukcevic is checked in. Here's Mann. He has 7. Shot clock at 3. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Wizards?
Credit them for not settling. I mean, they've been in attack mode off the dribble all game long, and thus far, it's paying off.
They've also made a concerted effort to get the ball down low. Many of their points coming in that painted area tonight.
And that one falls for Mann. The Wizards with the lead. On the wing, Johnson. To the left side wing. Here's Riley. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson. Johnson's got 6 assists now in the game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Pass to Sharp on the wing, Williams. From deep. Rebounded by the Wizards.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
And stolen by Sharp. And they're on the break. Here's Wolf. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
Carrying Carrington, that's good.
Well, already a high-volume three-point shooter for Bub Carrington. Just have to be consistent.
Out to the right wing. Pass to man. Over in the corner, Williams. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Williams has got 6.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
They set the pick. Here's Carrington. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Williams passes to Wolf. Back to Williams. Here's Wolf. Now, here's Sean. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Riley kicks to Russell. Johnson against Williams. Johnson gets the bucket. Johnson's got 42 in the game. Here's Demon. He's got 9, and he lays it straight in.
Oh, nice drive there to get to the bucket, using some of that terrific agility that he possesses.
Here's Carrington. That one falls, coming off the Johnson feet. Johnson's got his 7th assist here tonight. Trey Johnson has been leading the charge for the Wizards. This has been a remarkable game for him offensively. Anytime you get over the 40-point mark, it's been a special, special day. We've got more in store for you right after this. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Nets trail by 5. Taking a look at the Wizards. D'Angelo Russell out there with Carlton Carrington. Then it's Keyshawn George. And there's Riley. And it's Vukcevic in at the 5. Russell looking it over. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
You can see the assertiveness right now of D'Angelo Russell. He welcomes the contact and powers and plays right through it.
D'Angelo Russell, one time for the line.
One shot.
And that one misses. And in a little over a decade, the Nets, GA, having to rebuild from the ashes of 2 super team iterations.
The short time span between shows how quickly they can turn things around. And with a treasure trove of picks in the coming years, they look to climb that mountain once again.
After being held scoreless in the first, he's turning it on here in the second.
Here's Traoré. 1 minute now into this 4th quarter. Here's Thomas, and they call the foul, so he's got the and 1 chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Don't you feel like Cam Thomas loves making tough 2s? In that instance, he makes the 2 and gets the and 1.
First team foul. At the line, Cameron Thomas. At the line, 1 shot.
You know, Doris, whenever Cam Thomas gets the ball, you expect him to shoot it.
You do, Kevin. There's certain guys in the league that always have the green light, and Cam Thomas, one of those guys. This guy legitimately, on a nightly basis, can put up huge scoring numbers.
Outside, George from downtown. Rebound by Williams. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Porter, bounce pass. Here's Traoré. Outside Thomas. Drains it from beyond the arc. Thomas got 6 in the quarter.
Efficiency has been the hallmark right now down the stretch. He is making the most of his opportunity.
Here is Riley. Pass to Carrington. And a miss there on the triple.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Here's Wolf. It's Thomas on the wing. Williams looking around. Wolf, no good. Wizards have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. To the wing right side. Right side, Russell. Pass to George. 3-pointer. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got 3 assists tonight.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
Outside Thomas. They set the screen. Over Carrington. It's good, and the Washington lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Thomas.
I'll tell you, he's been much better in the second half. He's taking smarter shots. He's looking more comfortable. And guess what? He's in a groove.
Here's Riley. Brooklyn with the rebound. Here's Wolf. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Here's Porter. Again, the Nets for 2.
A pure shooter who's also efficient. Porter nearly automatic from mid-range.
Pass to Vukcevic. Outside Russell. The 3-pointer is right on target. Russell's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Arguably the most dangerous weapon in D'Angelo Russell's arsenal. This guy is a problem for the defense.
And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now.
Fans, please give a big round of applause.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for the Nets. Alexander Saw, he's checked in for the Wizards. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Jordi Fernandez's huddle. He isn't liking what he's seeing out there on the perimeter, saying to his guys, defensively, we're too lax, and they're getting any 3 they want. And offensively, the ball movement, it isn't crisp, which is why we're not getting many opportunities from outside. I want to see improvement on both ends.
All right, Allie, thanks. Pass to Williams. The Nets working the ball around now. Sinks the triple. Traore's got it all tied up now for the Nets.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
No coverage that time.
3.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that 3-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Thomas down low. Defended by Carrington. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Just a persistent player. Even when you hit Thomas, he just stays in control on that shot.
So for the Nets, Bonnie's checked in, and Demons subbed in for Traore. And then for Washington, Champagne's checked in, and it's Koulibaly in for Carlton Carrington. And the free throw, no good.
Well, for Cam Thomas, obviously, the whole conversation about why he's in the league is his scoring ability. And I think the next step for him, he's got to start to be able to play make for his teammates.
Porter in the corner. Cans it from downtown. Porter's got 10 points here in the second half.
Boy, picking up where he left off. His second from distance this half, 5 overall.
Pass to Koulibaly. Saar against Claxton. And the rejection by Claxton. Outside Thomas. Back to Claxton. Yep, that one goes in there. Now it's a 4-point Brooklyn lead. Washington's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Sarr sets the screen for Johnson. And he can't stop the run as he misses. And it's Porter with the ball for the Nets. At one point, they led by 16. Fires the three. Rebound, Washington. Sarr's got 8 rebounds in this game. Pass to Johnson. Here's Sarr. Claxton covering. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Nick Claxton.
Aggressive move by Sarr. Love seeing that.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Brooklyn.
Their accuracy in this one has just been on another level. I mean, the 3-ball keeps falling, and the defense just hasn't been able to run them off the line.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
Free throw good, Sarr. And the big fella Alex Sarr showing promise. Greg especially at the defensive end of the floor.
Yeah, I mean, great mobility for a 7-footer. That's invaluable for a big man in today's game, and has the makings of a modern offensive game as well.
Mann's checked in for the Nets. That one misses.
There's just so much potential for Sarr. He's got that windy-like build with a lot of skill.
Pass to Clowney. To the left wing. Takes the 3. Rebound by the Wizards. George dishes to Johnson. Porter pulls it in. Porter's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. They set the pick. Shoots the 3. Rebounded by the Wizards. Koulibaly's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Champagnie. Pass to Johnson. George sets a screen for Johnson. And it's all evened up. Johnson's got 45 points.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there.
Here's Porter, and he banks in the layup. Porter's got 23 points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Outside, George. Here's Champagnie. Pass to George. The Wizards working the ball around now. Here's Johnson. Yes! And the foul. It goes on Igor Demin.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. You know, GA, you just can't say enough about the skill set of young Trey Johnson.
I mean, this guy came into the league ready. I really like how he gets to his shot, regardless of what the defense throws at him. And he can be dangerous if his defense gets to the same level as his own.
For Washington, they've gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the 4th. Johnson, the pass to Champagnie. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Yeah, just catching your teammate in stride right there. That makes the game easy.
Up top, Claxton. Pass to Porter. There's the three. Johnson with the rebound.
I mean, apparently he still has the green light to shoot threes, but he is in an absolute funk right now.
Yet another bucket.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Here's Clowney. On the wing, Porter. Defended by George. And that time also a missed shot. Wizards leading by 5. Here's Champagnie. And here is Johnson. Sarn off the glass.
Really good possession there. They've never lost their focus, even as the game's gotten tight.
You know, a few more possessions like that one, and they can put the finishing touches on this game. They just have to have effective trips like that one.
And it's off.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
Claxton against Johnson.
Shooting for Washington. Johnson at the line with 2 shots.
Shoot 2.
So the first one drops, and that stretches their lead to 8. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 9-point ball game here. And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team.
Let's hear it. Make some noise. The team fight. And your Brooklyn Nets team fight.
.53 left here in the fourth quarter. Porter against George. Here's Demon. Just 5 on the clock. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. 1:27 left in the fourth quarter. Johnson inside. And they pick up the 2.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Well, when it's closing time, he's trying to lock the door. He's been going all night.
Now, man. Johnson rips down the board.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
Well, it's hard to imagine that the play was designed to go in that direction. Boy, I'd be surprised if we see that again.
Outside, George. Now, Zorn shoots the 3. Claxton with the rebound.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Well, it's been a hard-fought battle through much of the night. They just missed out on a couple of opportunities they'd love to do over.
Here's Demon. Missed on the 3. Johnson with it. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and the rest of our terrific 2K crew, this is Kevin Harlan. Hope you enjoyed our broadcast. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Trey Johnson.